Hello, my name's Colin Ward, and I'm an ESOL professor at Lone Star College, North Harris. I am doing this video tutorial to show you how to use a pretty nifty tool. It's called a quiz question converter tool. And what it does is it basically allows you to create a quiz outside of D2L and import that quiz into D2L using a specific kind of file. And by doing that, it automatically populates all of your questions and answers into D2L as a quiz. So this is as opposed to actually creating a quiz in D2L itself, where you have to create and write each item separately. It does it all at one time. So it saves you, and it has saved me a lot of time. And I'm going to show you how to access the tool, how to actually locate the tool, and then how to actually use the tool. So we're going to start with how do you access the tool. You get it from this website up here. It's the Brightspace community website, and the address is community.brightspace.com, and then you'll see the home page. Now you do have to be a member of the community in order to get access to the tool, but membership is free. So if you scroll down, you see here it says join the community, and then it says become a member. You want to click on that link to go through the registration process. They will send an email to you to confirm your email and to complete the registration process, and then you are a member. I should tell you that a couple of faculty told me that after they had gotten that confirmation email and logged in, they weren't able to access the converter tool for 24 hours. They experienced a delay. That was not the case in my own case. That did not happen, but that's just a heads up. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and log into the Brightspace community as a member. So you see this login button, this link. I want to click on that link. I've put in my username and my password. And this is the home page for members. So it's not totally straightforward from here how to find the quiz question converter. You have to go through a couple of steps. So I'm going to show you how to do that. What you want to do is you see these tabs up here, and you see this tab for Learning Center. You want to go ahead and click on that Learning Center tab. This takes you to the home page for the Learning Center, and you want to scroll all the way down, and on the bottom right you will see these 5 links, and you'll see that the third link right there is the quiz question converter, and that's what we want. So again, not totally straightforward, but that's the only way I know how to navigate to get to the converter tool. So once you see that link, you want to go ahead and click on it. This page will pop up. It's just explaining what the converter does. You want to scroll down. There is a button here that says download. Ignore that. You don't need it. What you need is this link right here that says quiz question converter. You want to go ahead and click on that link. It'll bring you to a new page. And this is the actual page for the converter where you will copy and paste your questions and answers. So this is basically where all the magic happens. There are 2 links on the top right here. I'm just going to talk about the first one. These are instructions on how to format the different types of questions. So you basically have to code each question so that when you import the file, D2L knows, okay, this is a true-false question, this is a multiple-choice question, etc., etc. So, for example, if you click on true-false, you'll see here that it's giving you instructions on how to write and format a true-false question. You'll see, for example, here they have an item, they have the information, and then below the answer to this is true. So you write the word true directly below the item. If the answer were false, you would write the word false. So I'm not going to actually demonstrate all of these here. I'm going to show you how it works by using a sample quiz that I've written in Microsoft Word, which is more likely what you will be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and close this and go to my sample quiz. So this is a quiz that I created in Word. This is just to demo the tool. You'll see that I have 8 items. You want to always number your items, enumerate them. And now I'm going to show you how to correctly format each different type of question. We're going to start with a multiple choice question, which is number 1 here, with a single correct answer. So this is question number 1. So I have 1 with a period. I have the question itself right there. And then I have the 4 answer choices. You could have more than 4 if you want. You also have the decision of how you want to enumerate. You could use letters like I have, A, B, C, D, and I've used parentheses. You could also use periods, but this is just personal preference. And you just kind of want to be consistent. So I have 4 answer choices here, and the correct answer is B. So it's pretty easy to show which answer is the correct one. You just use an asterisk before the correct answer. So you see how I just put that right before answer B. You know, it could be any of these answers as the correct answer. If it's D, then you put the asterisk before D. But that is kind of the coding that D2L will recognize to know which answer is correct. Question number 2 is also multiple choice, but it has multiple correct answers. In this case, I have 2 correct answers. And again, you see it's the same process. I have the number of the question, number 2 with a period. I have the question itself. And then you see that B and D are the 2 correct answers. So I've put an asterisk before those answers to indicate that those are the correct ones. And again, you could have 3 correct answers if that worked for you. That's up to you. All right, question 3 and 4 are examples of true-false questions. So again, I have my enumeration. This is question 3. I have the information. The answer to this is true. So all I do is write the word true below the question. You're not using any kind of asterisk for this one. 4 is an example of a question that is also true-false, but the answer is false. Right? So I wrote the word false underneath the item. Question number 5. This is a short answer question. So this is a question where the answer might just be 1 word or 2 words, possibly 3, but not full sentences and certainly not paragraphs. So you see here the coding is SA, stands for short answer. So I put in the number 5 with the period, but before that I'm going to write SA to code this as a short answer question, and then I have the question after the number. 6 is for a long answer. So if an answer is a full sentence or perhaps a short paragraph, this is the easiest to format because there's no formatting at all. For a long answer, you just have the number, and then you write your open-ended question, and that's it. Number 7 is illustrating a ordering item. So for example, here I'm ordering from smallest to largest. So again, I have the question number, and before that question number, I write the word order, and that codes it as an ordering question. And then you put in the answers below the question, and make sure that when you do that, the answers are actually in correct order, okay? D2L will randomize it, but you want to put them in correct order. And I only have 4 here again, but you could have more than that too. And finally, we have a matching question. So this is my final question, question 8. I have the number, the period. I have the instructional text. And you see that before the number, to make it a matching question, I type the word match right before the number. And then I have all of my matches down below. Again, you enumerate them, or I use letters to be consistent. And then each item is a different match, right? So Austin's going to match with Texas. Sacramento is going to match with California. To separate the matches, you always use a forward slash. And I have 4 matches here, but again, you could have more than that. All right, 2 quick things that you need to know before you then copy and paste this into the converter. One is within an individual item itself, you want to make sure you single space, okay? Don't double space. However, when you start a new question, you want to make sure you do double space. So you double space between items. If you don't, and everything is single space like that, when you import it, D2L is going to think that, for example, item 1 and 2 are one item and it'll all be put together. So the rule is double space between actual items, but single space within an individual item, such as if you have a question and then answers. So now I am ready to copy and paste this into the converter. So I'm going to go ahead and copy all of my questions and answers. And I'm going to paste them into the converter. I want to make sure everything is spaced correctly. My numbers are good. It looks like I have a little extra space here after number 8. I'm going to take that out. And then these options are assigning point values. I don't mess with that. I do that within D2L once I've imported the questions. And then I click the magic convert button, which is right here. And I'm going to save this as US Quiz 1. And what I've just done is I've downloaded that file onto my computer. That file name is going to have a CSV after it. That's what you want to look for. So I have my file downloaded to my computer. Now I want to upload it into D2L. So I'm going to go ahead and go now to my course in D2L. And I'm going to use this course to demo. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go to course activities, and then I'm going to go to quizzes. What I want to do is make a new quiz. I'm going to click the new quiz button. I'm going to give it a name. And then I'm going to scroll down, and you see this button that says Add Edit Questions. I want to click on that. And then I want to click on this Import button, and then click Upload a File. From there, I want to find that CSV file that I downloaded. I'm going to click Browse Files. My file is right there. You see the CSV. I hit Enter, and it uploads all the questions. So you'll see here that it says it found 8 questions. That's a good sign. It means I formatted my questions correctly. If it had said found 7 questions, it means I probably didn't double space between questions. So make sure that number matches the number of questions that are actually in your quiz. Then I click Import All, and you will see now that all the questions are very happily populated already into this quiz in D2L. And that's it. So, and again, if you want to actually modify the questions within D2L, you can. You know, if I wanted to modify my first question, if I wanted to add another answer choice, if I wanted to change an answer, change the wording to the question, I can do all that in D2L as I see fit. And I can assign point values if I want. But I do all that in D2L after I've imported the questions. You can also randomize answers here from multiple choice questions. You see that box there that you can click. And then I'm going to click Save. I'm going to go ahead and click Done Editing Questions. And I should see my quiz here, and at the bottom, all of my questions. And then I want to click this Save and Close button. And here's my quiz right here. So if I can preview it, make sure all my questions have started, click Start Quiz, and there's all my questions and my answers. So this has saved me a whole bunch of time, and I hope it does for you as well. All right, have fun and best of luck.